What's up, guys? Sin for the win here, and welcome to our very new series. Thank you, everyone, for voting for the teams, but in the end, only one could be the winner, and that is the Minnesota Wild. We are taking over Minnesota, and that is going to prevent some interesting challenges. Two major contracts in Suter and Parise that we will have to deal with, and you know how you guys see me, I've used this team to get some, future picks so many times because they always just seem to nosedive and do really poorly. And so that leaves me with the question, what are we going to do? Now, this team's very interesting because they've got some great, it looks like great young talent, and then you click on their age, they're almost in their prime, so they don't have much growth left, which kind of puts you in an awkward spot. Dumba could still get pretty good, but how good, really? You look at Dumba, Granlund, Niederreiter as well, but they're kind of almost capped out. So the question is, do you try to build around what they have now, or you just kind of start from scratch? And that's a tough call because it's such a tough call. Granlund, you could have him stick around. Niederreiter maybe as well. They're both kind of good, but I don't know. I'm actually not too sure. It's tough, but what you really got to think about is, these contracts. I think these are the ones you got to get out of here immediately. Try to get them out immediately while they have a little bit of value. Parise is probably just unmovable, and I think, damn, dude, 8 years left at that price for an 83. I don't think you could even move Parise. You'd almost have to buy him out, but god damn, how do you buy out that contract? That just might be one we have to deal with, but Suter, you might just want to get rid of that guy quickly. Because, 32, he's only going to start declining. He's amazing defensively, man. Don't get me wrong. He's an amazing defenseman. If we wanted to try to win now, but you need so many more pieces to go for that. Look at this third. They kind of have stuff in the top six. I'm not going to lie. They kind of have it, but they don't at the same time. It's they're almost there, but it's not like you got guys who are going to grow into those roles. You got Stahl and Koivu who are kind of, there. Zucker probably ain't going to get much better. Niederreiter's not going to get much better. You don't have a first line. And you can only trade so much to get first liners. What you have to sacrifice is pretty great. And we got Dubnyk, but again, 31. A few years left before he starts declining. So that's the thing, man. There's options here. You can go either way, but it might be smarter just to start slowly start rebuilding now. Maybe not blow up the team, but at least get rid of a lot of pieces that you can get rid of and that you don't think you're gonna use. Zucker, I would probably trade Zucker. He's very similar to Pearson in the sense that he's low but listed as second liner, and he's not very good offensively, and I don't think he's gonna produce for shit. Charlie Coyle, kind of the same type of player. I just feel like you need to almost start over here in a lot of ways. Yeah, that's at least my thoughts on it. You guys could have some, different thoughts. Ennis's contract is horrible. This team just has horrible contracts left and right. I like that they got Matt Cullen. I might ship him off to a contender just because if we do rebuild. Dude deserves it, but yeah. There's that. Do we have anything big in our... Okay, we got this guy. Ooh, my goodness. Luke Cunnin. He's a good little two-way forward there. Decent offensive stats. I'm not too sure how he'd turn out, but we can see how he would do. All right, interesting. Bottom six guy. Nothing really here else besides him in the AHL. I'm not too sure about the... I got Kyle Quincy down here. He should probably be up there, huh? He's decent. Ryan Murphy is listed as depth. Top 6, 76. He's an offensive defenseman. I don't really think I'd probably not hold on to him. Use his value quickly. Yeah. Well, I'll probably just go to contract screens. It'll be easier to check from contract screens exactly what this team's working with, more in depth. So we're gonna check that out. I don't know if we'll get anywhere. I just want to, get you guys' feedback on this. Oh yeah, and also feedback for some settings. Now, right, we could do no injuries completely and no waivers like the normal, or we did what we tried with the Winnipeg ones: the injuries on, but lower the sliders and keep waivers on. I didn't feel like waivers even. We got maybe 2 total notifications about it. And it just makes trading dumber. So I'm not a fan of it, but if you guys seem to be, then we can keep that on. Same with injuries. All right, so Yeah, let's just sort by potentials here. Yeah, we know about this. Yeah, we still got Eriksson. Eriksson can get pretty good. So that's why I'm almost thinking of starting the rebuild now, because you got these younger guys who could, you could start working on getting up. Now, between Eriksson and the other guy, we could start this guy in the NHL immediately. That's good. Start him off in that fourth line. That's pretty nifty. Hopefully he gets pretty good. But yeah, starting the rebuild kind of quickly might be the best option, just because those contracts, if you want to move them, the sooner the better. And yeah, Parise, I think we're kind of stuck with. We're just going to have to wait till he retires, which won't be too bad if we start the rebuild now. If we try to win now, we're going to have 2 contracts like that, which we probably can't move. We really fuck ourselves, I feel like. And it's going to, the rebuild, you won't even be able to really rebuild very properly with those. I mean, you could, it's just going to take longer. And you won't be able to go like all crazy, like have those couple big years, which, hey, maybe that's better. You know, that's kind of always been my rebuild thing. You know, I have a few huge years of drafting, and then you sort through that and build your team from that. But I think that really would be the best option, just kind of bite the bullet and do it. And, you know, you can hold on to Granlund, Brodin. You can see where they're going to go. But other guys like Niederreiter, Nieder has a tough call because he is pretty damn good. He'd be really solid for a second line. And I've used him on a second line before, and he has had 5 years at that. That's a pretty decent price for a second liner. Yeah, you can hold on to him. Coyle and Zucker, though, I don't think they'd fit into any scheme here, really. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, we could try him. We can have him spot fill, but if you want to get value, probably want to move them. Stahl, Koivu, probably want to get rid of them. Koivu's on a kind of a deal. Yeah, you're going to want to get... He's extended. Yeah, that's got to be an extension. Okay, he's extended. All right, well, don't know if I agree with that. Okay, yeah, Parise we already know about. That's going to be very tough to trade. We can try to trade it, but man, that is bad. Dumba easily want to hold on to. He can get pretty decent. This Riley guy, that's a tough call. I mean, he could get decent, like for a top 6. You can hold on to him for now. See what happens to him. Jared Spurgeon plays baseball, boy. Yeah, he's actually kind of good, but for the top 4 in the future, maybe not so much. I don't know. And then after that, Olofsson, probably not going to go anywhere with that red top 6, 74-22. And that's kind of it. That's the main roster, though. In the system, sort by the potential here, and that's it. Yeah, they got the one. They got Cunnin, and yeah, there's their system. That's their prospect system. Ouch, yeah, they definitely need some stuff here. Definitely need some stuff. Now, yeah, no good goaltender prospects. All you got is Dubnyk. Yeah, the more I look at this team, and with taking into account the contract situation, perhaps the rebuild immediately, or at least starting to transition into it, is the best option. Yeah, I mean, they don't have much. They need a system, and you're not going to be able to refresh your ranks without... I mean, yeah, you'll be able to draft some guys. You can hopefully refresh them like that, but I don't know. It's... When you look at this team, does this team look like they have what it takes to be a champion team immediately? Not really. I mean, there's a lot of work to do. I could probably do it, but you end up are going to screw yourselves and make the rebuild just harder and make it more... Make you feel more pressed for time. I don't know. You can go either way. It's just it's risky. It is risky both ways, man. On the one hand, shutdown guy like Suter, you don't get those often. You really don't. And he's really good. And with the defense of this team, you could really have a crack at that championship, at least for the first couple years. And then but I mean, 1 or 2 years, you got to trade Suter. That's just a no. You have to, or otherwise you can't. you just can't do anything with it. Oh man. So I'm not too sure, guys. Could go either way. Now, what we could do is also kind of see what the value's looking like. What could we get? What things that we think are, assets that are, not, what am I trying to say? Not, holy crap, vital, there we go. Not vital to our team right now, but even then, we're not going to be able to get much back, but at least player-wise, to replace the, no, not enough value here. Yeah, there's not really enough that I see here. Yeah, picks are always the option, but those don't have a whole lot of value. Yeah, that's... I mean, how do you get the better players? You have to trade players. Yeah, and then... I don't know, man. It's... Yeah, Koivu's got some decent value. You can... I don't know. But he also... Yeah, it's... It's a tough call. It's so tough, but it's like everything's telling me to rebuild. But then you see these great guys, and they have like a great defense. You're like, maybe you can get a shot at a cup, but I don't know, man. It might just be better to do it. Just rebuild, you know. Even if we start the rebuild, it's gonna be a bit slower. I mean, Suter's got good value. Dubnik's got good value. There's a lot of picks in there that you can grab, for sure. And he's on a really good contract. Yeah, so 4 more years, but that's a really good contract. And then from there, we can just do Stalock and Svedberg. Yeah, we can just do Stalock, Svedberg as our tendies and just go with really, some crappy guys, sure. But at least they're growing 21 and 20. We can see what they're, how they would do. But yeah, that could be your starter and backup. I mean, you can tank we'd be able to tank pretty heavily. And then, man, if you can get lucky with the first year, we can get some good stuff. Definitely get some good stuff here. Well, a lot of possibility. And I definitely think that the rebuild is the right way to go here. And the good thing about some of these younger guys is you don't have to trade them immediately. Yeah, the guys you want to trade immediately are like Suter, Parise if you can, and probably Dubnyk. The other guys, Dumba, Granlund, if you want to hold on, you can kind of test the waters with him. Granlund could turn out to be, his list says first liner. I don't like that at 85. Unless he grows a lot more, he's basically going to be traded because he's not a first liner, let's be honest. 85, no. I wouldn't use that as a first line in the future. Yeah, Niederreiter. I would keep Niederreiter, though. If he's not going to go too much above, and he's really the perfect second liner. Really is. He's really good. All right, Koivu. And, we might even get into that point. We get him statistical growth. Maybe hold on to a couple guys for that. But Koivu, I think, has got to go. He's only going to start declining. We could trade him at the draft, though, because he's got the extension. So that's always a thing. We could always trade him at the draft. Eriksson, you want to hold on to. Cunnin, same thing. See how this guy turns out. You can always trade him to a wing, because if he takes a lot of shots, and he, kind of like some of those two-way forwards can, then I think you definitely want him as a winger, especially with Eriksson they're about the same overall, same age. They're both coming up, same potential, both centers. Eriksson would be the better one, He's already got 88 awareness. Like, he's filthy. Absolutely filthy offensively. You want this guy to get good. Like, above all, this guy, you want him to get good. So maybe even start with them paired on the same line together, down on the fourth line, and just kind of have some other guys in there, like Coyle. He's got, 3 years left. Yeah, you don't have to trade this guy immediately. That value's not going to really change too much over the course of the next years. Hey, if you get him to grow, maybe he has a good year. Maybe you can get some extra stuff out of him. Same with Zucker, maybe. You probably want to hold on to these guys. Yeah, 1 year left. Any extension? No extension. So maybe trade Zucker now. Not much you can get back from, though. Let's be honest. So maybe try to use him. Try to get something. Parise, though, that's just... You can't do much with Parise. Very, very unfortunate, but you really can't do much with him. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for most of the value here. It drops off very quickly, as I was talking about. Man. And again, if you trade those picks now, like to try to make your team better, and then something goes wrong, you don't have a good year, those picks, those picks are way up there, and you regret it. So yeah, the more I look at it, the rebuild is favored, and I think we'll have to eat Parise's contract, but we can at least get Suter's out of there. But we will most likely have to eat Parise's contract, which won't be a big deal if we start the rebuild. So that in my opinion, that is the best way to deal with that money situation. Ship out Suter, find a way to deal with Parise. Just let him run it out, wait till he retires, basically, because I don't think you're going to be able to trade him. If you could trade him, that would be fantastic. That would be amazing. You know what? I'm going to do an experiment here. I'm not going to save any of this, I don't think. But I will do an experiment because I do kind of want to see, is it possible to trade Parise? The Ducks want, a lot of teams do want him, but are they going to just be like, no, we don't want the contract? Very possible. Now, what you'd want to do is trade him to a good team and take like a pick from a few years, like a good team, yes, but who could be screwed by salary. Now we could do it to the Leafs, and then they won't be able to sign Marner and probably not Austin Matthews. That's kind of fucked up, though. I hate when they can't resign those guys because it's so silly. There's no way they'd let that happen in real life, you know. All right, yeah, the teams that want him are kind of all over cap here. Now, Nashville would actually be a really interesting one to do because they're in our division, and that's way too much. Yeah, they won't be able to work though. LA would be another good one. I've seen them kind of falter early going. You know what? They're really, unless they might have gotten improved with this roster update. Let me see. How's their overalls looking? No, they still kind of drop off pretty fucked. Okay, at least Toffoli's a green now, but I don't think he's going to get much better. Yeah, they're still kind of built really shitty for kind of what they are, so rip them. Yeah, you still got Quick and Kemper. But yeah, I mean, hell, even going for their first couple years picks could actually pay off in dividends, but that you won't be able to get that. Nope. They'd be over cap for the next year. See, so you can't do that. You have to just kind of try to. I'm looking for teams that might be able to take them. Like, okay, these guys here. Now, the thing about these guys is they're probably just going to get better, and I highly doubt that they'll be bad. So picks for them aren't going to be great. You might as well just take the first year because that's the best chance you're going to have of this team being bad. They're only going to get better. Look at that. Those are the main guys. They're only getting better. And even their goal situation's amazing. Like, you're not going to get a lot. You might just get a pick. You can hope that their year's bad. But if you can get them out of there, that's what you want to do. So I'm going to test it just to see what they say. That for first. The value's not even there. They still have too many skaters. That is ridiculous. Can you just get Parise out of there for something? Yeah, they'd have too many skaters, sure. But can we take them back for just grab something here? I just want to see if it's possible to trade them for anything. Like I said, we're not gonna commit or anything like that. This is not gonna be like for real. They actually, okay, so here we go. It is possible to trade Parise. It is very possible to trade Parise. You can't get much for him, but holy crap, quality player, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna best roster. We're not really going, but okay, we now see it's possible to trade Parise. That's actually good news for us. that puts a whole new light on this. Now that rebuild can be a bit better now, and you could free up a lot more cap. Although if you free up that cap, maybe you just want to trade for players. There's another option. You can flip those assets you got for Parise now for better players to try to make a run at the cup. Maybe you want to do that, but what do you do? And what do you trade for? Or, who do you get? Who's available? Like, that's the tough part. How do you go into win now mode? It's not as easy to find they don't just put older guys on blocks anymore like they did in NHL 17. It's a lot harder, even like for, rental guys, even to get rental guys. It's a lot harder to get those. It takes a few years in to kind of for them to stop popping up because no one's going to want to give up, guys like, who are NHL ready, like in their prime, like, or even on the older side of things. Like, you're not going to see a Blake Wheeler on the block, or like a it used to be Sedins were always on the block here in Vancouver, and they're not anymore. Even though it'd probably benefit them to get rid of them, they're not. So yeah, I mean it's very interesting. What the hell? I've never seen that. Did they mess up? What? Okay, Vlasic's in 86 now. That's fucked. Sorry, that's. This guy's one of the best defensive defensemen in the NHL, and they got him at 86 now. That's dirty, EA. That's absolutely dirty. That is. You got Burns still at 90, and his defensive stats are well inflated. I'm sorry. You're telling me Burns is as good as Vlasic on defense? No. Sorry. Nope. Even Pass is 80. All right, I can understand Pass being decreased. Cooch should get increased, though. All right, I'm just going to bitch about EA. All right, anyway. And by the way, if you guys see any roster things that you want me to change up here, any guys that you think should be a bit better or a bit more represented here on our team or anywhere, really, then we can make those slight changes. We're not going to start here in this video officially. And we will be doing the contests, though. That's another thing. We will be doing the contests. So every year, if you guys aren't following the Quebec one, or if you're new to this channel completely, welcome, first and foremost. Thank you for watching. And so what we do is every year... Oh, they're not going to be a points things. Yeah, that's right. So every year, one for the... It's going to say no information. Yeah. Same thing. Okay, so every year, you can choose two players that you think are going to be top in points. Now, there's a top point score for forwards and defense on your team, and top point score for forwards and defense in the entire league. Now, the catch is you can vote for 2, but they can't be from the same, they can't be both from the team or both from the league. You have to choose one from each. So you can't be like, you can't catch on to the trend. You say, oh, well, look, Erickson got the most points, as did Brodin. So I'm just going to guess those 2 because that's the best odds. Yeah, obviously, it's better odds on your team. So that's why we mix it up. You can only choose one from the team, and you have to choose one from the league. So there's the contest, and whoever gets both of them right will get a shout out after the season is done. So there you have it. All right, so we're going to be doing that. I think it adds a bit of fun to it as well, and I will be kind of doing some, some other little things. Like if I see people, adding like really cool comments in like all the time, consistently, really good ideas, they'll be, I'll kind of add you to my staff, quote unquote. You guys are technically all part of the staff, but you get promoted. Maybe you'll be listened to a bit more or something. I don't know. I'm trying to find more ways to make this interactive. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know about it. To make these, what you think would make these franchise modes, funner for everyone, for you, because I'm always looking to, improve. That's what I want to do. I want to keep getting better, and it starts by getting feedback from you guys. How can I be better? How can these series be better? How can we, we keep these as fun as possible all the time? That's kind of what I'm after here. So definitely let me know about that as well. But yeah, here's what our team would look like after that trade. Definitely not good. I mean, even with him, the team wasn't good enough. So I think that would be the best thing to do, is to trade Parise there. Probably trade Suter, trade Dubnyk. Those are your big pieces. You start stocking up on picks. You could save some other ones, to trade at drafts or later. We can even do that. You can even hold on to Dubnyk or, Suter to trade at a draft. But it's kind of better if you want to start tanking, get rid of them immediately, because that'll help you tank a lot more. Or, we could just have an EA thing where our team does good for frickin' no reason whatsoever, which is, of course, a big possibility. The worse you make your team, the better they seem to do. Welcome to EA games. I swear, it's a thing. I'm not imagining it. It is definitely a thing. All right, guys. So let's see free agency. Is there anything updated here? I doubt it. I'm guessing the same guys are still in there. Yep, still Desprez, still Hoodler. Always grab a few of these guys to spot Philly Ginla. All the stuff. Yep. But yeah, nothing great here. I don't think anything got added. Nope. Okay, so if that guy wasn't 25, that'd be decent. I mean, we can grab after this guy. Grab some guys to see what they're going to turn out to be. Two-way forward. Actually, really good defense. I actually would grab that guy. See, I know he's 20 already and he's only 60 overall, but man, late bloomer for a role player with those defensive stats, yeah, I'd pick him up. How about goalies? We could always pick up some more prospect-ish goalies. They're not going to be amazing. Yeah, only Godla's here. Yeah, no one else. Okay, so Godla, he's never turned out to be anything, so don't even take a chance on him. 22-67, nah. If he was 20, I'd do it. And you can grab Desprez to spot fill if you want to spend some money, which we may end up having to do. And so you can grab him for a year, let him bounce back to free agency, hopefully get picked up by another team. But yeah. Or we can get Oliver Ekman-Larsson down here for free. There we go. Maybe that's the Ekman-Larsson that's on Vancouver in my... yeah, right. Oh, man. My Be a Pro. Yeah, Vancouver is stacked in My Be a Pro. They have, like, Ekman-Larsson and Skinner somehow. I don't know how they did it, but they got him. So... it's a little scary. All right. I think we covered pretty much everything. I don't want to just drone on and talk forever, but we got a good idea here of what we got to work with. Let me know about all the stuff. So injuries, do we want those on? Reduced sliders, do we just want them off? Waivers, do you guys want them on? Do you prefer them off? About what else? Oh yeah, should we rebuild or should we try to win now? We just learned that we can trade Parise. So that's great. We can do it. It is possible. They're not going to be like, oh, we don't want that contract. So it's very possible. So then you got to think, what do you want for him? Can't really get too much. He doesn't have much value. So that's all. That's everything, guys. So I didn't want to get started. I want to give you guys as much of an opportunity to help me shape this team as the new GM. I'll be the Minnesota Miracle Sin. There we go. Title of the video right there. Smack. Print it. Count it. Here we go. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm very excited for this series. I can't wait. Next episode will be out tomorrow. This will be daily. Don't worry. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Remember, leave that like. I think we can get easily 150 likes on this. So let's see it. And I will see you guys in the next one.